something that you have to consider is the support of that product that you're building, right? So you're building a product that it's in a perfect world it's gonna work perfectly. It's never gonna break. It's always gonna behave as designed, right? Fortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. We live in reality. So in reality, it will break. It will deviate from the design specifications. So part of designing software is designing and strategizing the support of that software or that product. The problem becomes, how do you design an effective support strategy for a product that does not yet exist? Without the product existing, you don't have the benefit of historical data to look at, right? Normally, you have a product that's been around, it's been used by customers, right? And you can take a look at types of issues that have occurred. What's went wrong? How has the application or product behaved when you've had certain failures, right? But if it's a new product, you don't have that data. So how do you design your support of that product, right? Now, you can figure things out as you go along. When it breaks, you're putting out of the fire, and you document and you track the process. You do code changes you present strategies to your support team so that they can sort of mitigate the problems, resolve the problems, monitor for the problems, take a preemptive status or posture in terms of anticipating the problems before they occur. But again, they're using the the benefit of it having occurred in the past to help them to sort of plan for the future. But you don't want to be that way, because that's where you get caught with the proverbial pants down, right? You get caught with your proverbial pants down. Oh no, what are we gonna do? All of a sudden, the middleware is broken and the whole thing is it's a disaster. And then even after we get back up, we've left our customers in a bad state. How do we make? We have customers that are waiting for answers. They're stressed out. They're upset. And right now, you are in the moment trying to formulate what is your sort of after action plan, right? You've already resolved the issue, but the damage that the issue caused is still up in the air. You're sitting there trying to strategize now in the moment. Well, the ideal scenario is you want to do that preemptively. You want to do that ahead of time. You want to do that as much of that as possible before the product even goes live. And that is essentially one of the big, my primary focus right now. And it's an interesting journey, because it's one of those things where, I sit down and I strategize and conceptualize something. And then I say to myself, I wonder if this actually is a thing. I wonder if this is actually a thing. I'm just sort of theorizing. Like, I say to myself, how are you going to support this new product without any data? Obviously, I'm going to have to sort of predict, right? I'm going to sort of need to be able to anticipate. All right, so what would be the logic behind those predictions? What would be the logic that would feed my strategies? Well, I say to myself, historical data analysis, right? And not as I'm just translating my thoughts and ideas into words, and these are the words that are coming out: historical data analysis. Then I said, this is I'm creating a model for support for a new product, so it's modeling. And then the modeling is, I'm anticipating, I am extrapolating, I am predicting. So I say predicting my model. So I said predictive modeling, right? But it's like I'm Christopher Columbus. I'm discovering America, right? It's already there. So then I say to myself, after the fact, I'm like, wait a minute, is this really a thing? I'm sitting here coming up with these things. And I'm wondering, am I reinventing the wheel somewhat? And to some degree, yes, because I Googled predictive modeling, and apparently it's a thing. Apparently it's a thing. I didn't invent it. I mean, I did that has already been come up with. It's like I came up with the idea. If I run a lot every day, I could lose weight and it would help to enhance my fitness. I mean, it just seems to make logical sense. But you didn't invent exercise. Exercise has been around. I mean, you did invent it or conceptualize it in your own mind. I mean, you didn't read about it. I mean, it is your idea, but I guess the thing is, it's not an original idea, not a copy of an existing idea. It's just that someone thought of it before you. It's as if people are in a room strategizing the room is hot. How do we make it cooler? And someone says we can turn the AC up. Someone else says we can turn on some fans. Another person says we can buy 100 gallons of ice or something, right? And then you walk in the room and you hear them complaining about that it's hot or something, and you say, hey, why don't we buy 100 gallons of ice? It's not a copy because you didn't hear them say that. It's just that your idea has already been come up with. So anyway, predictive modeling is sort of what I conceptualize, but it's actually something that has been conceptualized already by others. So I'm going to do the wise thing and not totally be on my own like I have been. I'm going to review the thoughts of other people who have also thought of this idea and this concept, because again, it's a thing, and learn more about strategies for predictive modeling. And essentially what we're talking about is we want to answer the question, and again, this is my take on it. This is now, actually, once I'm done this live stream, I'm going to do the research and see what other people have thought of. But my thought process is, how can we... Oh, what's happening? You guys having problems? A lot of buffering. I don't know why it's always buffering, man. Sean, I'm sorry about that, man. I don't know why it's buffering like that. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do the live streams as much. Better if I just record high quality and then upload later. But I know you guys like the live streams. I don't know, man. It's Verizon, YouTube. I don't know. But anyway, so here's the thing. I want to answer the question, what can possibly go wrong? What are the types of problems that can go wrong, right? And for each problem, what can we do to prevent that problem? What can we do to monitor for that problem? And what can we do as a resolution for that problem? So if it occurs, this is what we're going to do. This is the plan, which is, so we've monitored for, identified, and now resolved a problem that we predicted, right? It's predictive modeling, right? You're predicting what could happen. So we've identified the problem, resolved it, but now there's the aftermath. The damage that the problem caused needs to be addressed. So what is the strategy for recovery after the problem has occurred? So those are the kinds of things that I'm trying to answer. And the way that I am basically, I'm looking at historical data of other products that are similar to the product that I'm trying to design this for. So I guess the picture is very pixelated is what Sean is saying. Sorry about that. So yes, I'm looking at historical data regarding products that are as similar to the product that I'm designing this for. So what are the types of problems that those other products have had? Logically, some of those problems may occur with this product as well, right? It's similar enough that there may be some parallels in terms of types of problems. I'm also, a thing I came up with yesterday was, I said, you know what, let's look at QA, right? The QA process is where you're testing a new product and problems, right? Oh, this is not working correctly. You to be mined, right? Because, for example, if one component fails because of a bug, never mind the bug, because we're going to resolve the bug ideally, right? But pay attention to how this failure affected the system, right? So when this component failed, these are the error messages. This is the type of behavior that occurred. that's valuable data, because if that component fails in production, not because of the bug, because ideally you fix it before you go to production, but because of some other reason, you already have data in terms of what that looks like. So if you have this catalog, this problem occurs, and you search your database, your knowledge base, and you say, oh, in QA, when this component failed, these are the error messages that we saw, right? That's probably what it is, that component. That's what causes this kind of error. Also, you can add it to your support. If you have a problem, you look up the problem. Problem is this error message, right? What do you do with this error message? Check to see if component A is up and running, right? So that's the kind of thing. So that's the basic idea. I mean, this is all new. I'm working on this right now as we speak. So I'm actually going to run back down and continue the process of putting together my bullet points, and it's a constant process trying to predict, thinking, you know, what could possibly go wrong. What if this fails? What if that fails? What if this happens? What if too many messages? You know, what if there's a hardware issue? Like, you know, I'm trying to predict and plan for a lot of different things. It's going to be an ongoing project. I'm going to make it a team effort, get a lot of people to also submit their ideas and concepts. But anyway, this is Computer Programming University. Shout out to my CPU squad. That is my fan page or channel. The CPU fan page is for you guys that really love the content, and the content there is a little bit intimate in terms of really focused on you guys as individuals. This channel is the bigger channel, so things here can be more generalized. But if you're a real true fan of Computer Programming University, definitely go to the Computer Programming University fan page. If you go to the main page here, you will see a link on the main page to that channel. But please don't subscribe there unless you're really, I mean, fan page is not casually chosen word. I mean, you really got to be a fan of the channel. I really want to focus on the people that are most value the content here, right? And giving back to you guys. All right. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna take a last look at the chat, and yeah, sorry about the pixelation, man. It's really annoying too, and a lot of times the app crashes. I don't know who to blame. Verizon, YouTube, I don't know. It's annoying. Sorry, I like to watch your show, but struggling to watch. I have a lot of buffering problems. Sorry, Sean. Good to see you, Naraz. All right, guys. Onward, I guess. All right.